Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go over this little junk journal that I'm making, and I wanted to show you guys my progress so far. I'm not done. I have just added a few things, and I just finished stitching all the pages, and I still need to make embellishments and some more tags and a bunch of stuff, but I wanted to show you guys what I've made so far, and none of these pages are glued down or anything. I think this is how you're supposed to do it. I don't know. I feel like I need to stitch everything first before I glue it all together, but anyways, I am using the KS Crafts June release to help me make like embellishments and you know, tags and different things to put in here. But anyways, so I will show you the dies that I've used so far and how I'm incorporating it into this mini album. So the first one is the seaweeds bundle, and I'm probably going to be putting this throughout the entire junk journal. But anyways, so as you can see, there's one right here, and I just cut that out and inked it, and then added a few of the coordinating colored like little I was gonna say diamond dots, but they're not diamond dots. I don't know what they are. They're like just little jemmies. And then I also used that there, and I used that over here on this side too. So this die set does come with different size, like the seaweeds and the coral, and I'm not sure if there's a different, yeah, there's a different design too. So so you get quite a few different designs to use with that. And then I also used the spiky flower plate, and I'm gonna have to cut out some more, and I'm probably gonna use these throughout the book as well. That way it's a little more cohesive, right? But anyways, I cut those out, and that's what I used right here. I just added a little bit of the tulle, the snow like blue snow tulle that you get at Dollar Tree, and I just stitched that on there and added my flowers there and here. And anyways, that's what I've done so far. I just made this little tag, and I embossed this sentiment, and I just stitched and added some ribbon and this is it burlap? I don't know. Jute, I think is what it is. But anyway, so I have a little tuck spot right there where the shell is, and I've made myself a little tuck spot right here with this little circle of cut out of a turtle. I added one of these little seals. It's like a sticker seal, and then I've just cut into my images to give me tuck spots. This was a piece of scrap paper, and all I did was ink it up with distress inks, and I stitched it, I stamped, I embossed, I used what is that called, that medium stuff, that distress medium stuff, and a stencil to give me this shell right here. But anyways, I think that's all I did with this, and I just stitched it so I have that as a little tag. I just cut this little piece of paper out to give myself another tag. I'll probably decorate it later. Yeah, I made myself a little ticket thing right here, and I just stamped that little anchor. I stitched a little piece of what is this, like ribbon on here, and that's it for this page, I believe. Then I have this page right here. So for this page right here, I used, well, since this is on top, I used the luggage tag, and I made myself one of these little tags right here, and it is open. Let me get a piece of paper. I left it open in case I want to add something to it, but what I did was I cut out my image, and I added the center part to the back part of the second tag, so that it so that you can still see the pineapple, so I don't lose my pineapple. But anyway, since this page has pineapples, I decided to put that there, and I cut into this pineapple and just stitched around right there to give myself a little tug spot right there. I did sew this same ribbon over on this side. I did some stitching. I have, let me get this piece of, I have a little tuck spot up here, and if I wanted to, I guess I could cut right here and give myself another little tuck spot right there. I've just done some stitching, and I'm going to leave all these loose strands because I really like that look. Anyway, so for right here, I cut out this sea snail shaker, and even though I cut out all the pieces to make it into a shaker, I really like how that looks, just the outline. So and then I used this sunshine bag topper to make myself a tug spot for something, so it'll hold something. And the sunshine, I also left it open so that I could tuck this little seashell in there, and I just really like the way it looks. And like I said, I still need to make tags and stuff for most of these pages. But that's what I've done. I just stitched around the whole entire thing. Then we have this page right here, and for this one I used the, let's see, the summer hats die, and it comes with 2 different styles, and there's 3 different sizes of each style, so you get a total of 6 different hats with this die set. And so I cut out this little hat right here, and this might be the medium size one, and then I just embossed it. I was trying to look for an embossing folder that maybe kind of looked like that woven hat look. This is all I had that had a small pattern, so but I think it turned out really cool. And then I just added my ribbon on top, and I love that it has this stitching. The die comes with this little stitching already on the ribbon part, and I really like that. So here I just added, I just cut into this image right here to give myself a little tuck spot to put my hat in. And then I also cut into where the waves are. I just cut above the waves, and then this was just a tag that I stitched on. And then this was also a piece of scrap paper, and I did the same thing. I was just inking it. I added some stamps, and then I used a stencil. Actually, I have it right here. I'll show you. I used this stencil right here, so I just layered that and added some of that, what do you call it, this stuff right here, this stuff, this translucent matte gel medium. Anyways, so I really like that. It's almost like that clear embossing, but I think that turned out really well, and I like that I can bring over a little bit more of the yellow from the page because there's not much over on this side. I did sew above the C right here, the C line, and then I just left it open where the little ship is, and I thought that was really cute. I also let me stick those there so I don't lose them. I also cut into this little circle. I guess it's a moon or something, just in case I wanted to add something under there. It'll hold it. And then I had thought about maybe adding, you see how there's, what is this, lace or something? I thought about adding some lace here on top of that and just stitching it on, but I don't know if I'm going to do that because I don't know if that's going to make it bulky right there. Anyways, and then so for this next page, I added this, or I cut into this little image tag ticket thing, so that I could stick something behind there. And for this one, for this page right here, I did create the suitcase, and there's 2 sizes. There's a larger and a smaller one, and this is the larger one. So I created a suitcase for there, and then I used the sand pail shakers, and I made a little sand pail to go on here, and I just used this background paper to cut into my, or for my background of my sand pail. I don't know, I thought it was kind of like you grabbed a bunch of water, but anyways. And then for the scoop thing, I don't know what this is called. I did cut out 2 pieces of the brown this paper right here, and then I just layered them up. I tore them and layered them up to give it some dimension, and then I inked this corner up, but and then I just hooked it on there with the little jump ring. I cut into my image right here so that I could add, so I had cut into here, and up here where the line is, this was a piece, a part of the what do you call it, the collection. It was a tag or something, and I just cut the top off and I stitched that, and I'm just adding that to this page. This was a piece of paper that I had that I thought kind of went with this theme, or the colors theme, and I just stitched, and I so I printed this out twice, and I cut this out, and that way I have a little tug spot right there as well. And so I'll add that, and then what else? I think that's it for this page. I just stitched around a few places, and then the last one, I just done some stitching. I cut, or stitched right there. I cut into this image right here so that I can tuck something right there. I've also cut into this little, I don't know, it's like a ticket or something, so that I can stick something there. From this previous one, I cut this part out and I used it over on this side, and I just stitched that on, and that way I can stick my tag. And I made a starfish shaker, and all I did with this one was I stamped, or I embossed the "Take Me to the Sea" sentiment in the middle of it, and I just inked the edges because I thought it was too bright. But anyways, and so I'm just sticking that in there, and hopefully that kind of, it's not too blue for this page. But anyways, that's all I have so far, and I gotta say, I really like how these dies are helping me make embellishments and stuff to put in this junk journal. Anyways, so that's what I have for now. I will keep on working on this this little junk journal, and I will come back with more once I have a little bit more done. And so I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.